Hutchins, well, his ABG's improved. PO2's up to 98%.
So you think he's gonna make it through this little forest here?
Order another admission profile. Bear with me. I did that. Sputum cultures repeated. Yes, after the seizures, I want to monitor him closely.
I guess we'll never have any idea why he coded. Chalk it up to another Bay City medical mystery, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, want to get a cruller in your next break?
What?
A donut.
Oh, yeah. See you in the cafeteria in half an hour.
Okay.
By the way, your shoes untied.
Oh, I can't believe I fell for that.
I can't believe how beautiful you are, right down to those Mary Janes.
What's wrong with my... They're better than your track shoes with the holes in the bottom.
What can I say? I get attached to things. Hey, Court, you dropped something.
Yeah, right. How gullible do you think I am, Dr. Winthrop? Like surprises, here's your temptation. Find clue number 1 at Clara Barton's station.
Now, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but there's something important I have to tell you. I'm going to take a trip with Grant.
You're going away with the man who murdered Ron?
Does the paper have any news on Maggie Corey?
No, the cops haven't found it. Listen, what you need to do right now is get busy. You put your head in
All right,
the
well,
work.
put me to work. What do I do?
I'm going to teach you everything about the publishing biz, just like I learned it at Corey.
All right, now you're talking. So what's my first assignment?
Coffee, light, no sugar. As a matter of fact, I'm going to buy coffee for everybody. Everybody, coffee and donuts.
What kind of donuts?
Make an executive decision, okay?
Oh, great. Bus boy to Gopher. I'm really moving up in the world.
McKinnon? Tower. Yeah, check with the cops, see if you can come up with any new info on the Maggie Corey kidnapping.
You got it.
I went to reconfirm my reservations for my trip to Victoria. The kids and my travel agent told me they somehow had been canceled.
Well, I guess you won't be able to catch up on that tan.
You keep playing this silly little game and you'll be the big loser.
Divers are searching the lake still. No word yet.
Hello?
You blew it. Now you're gonna have to pay.
What have you done with Maggie? Where is Maggie?
Maggie? She went swimming. For the last time.
So, how'd I do?
Very convincing. Cecile will never know what hit her. Just have to say for herself?
Well, not much.
How did she react?
We were on the phone for like 5 seconds.
You must have gotten some clue of what's going on with her.
She wasn't happy.
No kidding. How did she sound?
She just found out that her daughter is dead.
Well, forgive me if I have no sympathy, but it's sort of her fault.
Look, I just told her that I dumped her dead body at the bottom of an ice-cold lake. Believe me, Maggie, she's freaking out.
It never would have happened if she hadn't had me kidnapped.
I don't believe this. Sick!
What's sick is my own mother hiring you to tie me up at gunpoint.
You know what? You were a lot more cooperative then.
Well, that's because I was scared half to death that you were going to kill me. No, listen up, Ransom boy. I'm in charge now.
Look, this power trip is starting to go to your head, young lady, like your mother, like daughter.
Don't ever say that I'm like her.
Fine, I'm sorry.
That woman who calls herself my mother tried to auction me off like I'm some piece of furniture. You know, I didn't know what the whole deal with the Archduke was, getting married to him. I didn't see it, but now I see clearly. She thinks I'm her meal ticket. And then, to top it off, she has you kidnap me and then almost kill me.
I wasn't gonna do anything.
Oh, well, you did a really good job imitating a hitman.
Maggie, listen to me. I would have never hurt you.
Don't worry. My mother's already done enough damage. I gotta hand it to Cecile. She knows how to hire good help.
She's your mother, Maggie. She cares about you.
Well, she has a really funny way of showing it. doctor's giving her a sedative.
How you holding up, Mom?
Still no ID on the kidnapper's location?
The trace was no good. The guy put the block on every phone he calls from.
He's got himself covered. Now that he's added murder to his rap sheet, the pressure's gonna get really intense. Look, sooner or later, this guy is gonna slip up, and when he does, we'll be there to nab him.
Captain, I want to make this collar. Look what this guy's doing to Paulina's family.
Yeah. Look, Joe, you've been up all night. Why don't you go home and get some rest?
No, search team's gonna need backup.
Sinclair is working on that. Adams and Tibbs are with the divers in the boats.
Yeah, I know. It's just out there. They drag in the lake. They've come up with nothing so far.
Well, maybe that's good news.
Not necessarily, Mrs. Hutchins. It's a long process, and the freezing temperatures just makes it harder.
There's all kinds of rocks and crags and everything else in that lake.
Basically, we may not recover a body.
How you doing?
Not too
Forget about our appointment later at the hospital,
good.
right?
Oh, Joe, maybe we should cancel.
Maggie would want us to take care of our baby.
Rachel, hi.
Is there any confirmation about what we heard last night? No, nothing absolute. Based on the evidence and the phone call we just received.
Maggie's gone?
The doctor is with Cecile. He's giving her a sedative.
Rachel, if there's anything I can do, we can do anything at all.
Thank you. I guess I have to call Sandy and Blaine.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'll be fine. I just can't believe this. You know, it just seems like yesterday Maggie was telling me her New Year's resolutions. She was going to be more independent and not so hung up on guys. And then she gets kidnapped and now she's gone.
No, I gotta go someplace where I can do some good.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom. I love you.
What would I do without you?
Just call if you need anything, okay?
God, what would I do without you?
How can you do that? How can you go anywhere with such scum?
Would you let me explain?
What do I have to do, Vic? Do I have to rouse myself from a sick bed?
You
to
suddenly
stop
don't
you?
seem very sick anymore.
Grant came into this room, and he tried to finish me off.
I know that. Rachel told me.
Then what, are you mad? Hmm? The man is unstable. He's dangerous. He's trying to insinuate himself into your home, back into your life. He's using his son to get closer to you. Now, of course, he knows how much you and the boys miss Ryan.
Don't you understand? I'm doing this for Ryan. That's why I have to take a trip with Grant.
It doesn't make any sense to me, Vic.
Let me explain, all right? I believe everything you've said. It all makes sense to me. I believe that Grant killed Ryan.
Then you must protect yourself and the children.
I know, I will. But you're the one I'm worried about. He's already tried to kill you once. I believe he's desperate enough to do it again.
Oh, that's all right. Next time, I'll be waiting for him.
You're going to check the rest of the stories on. You got no right to take Vicky and the kids to Florida, all right?
We're going, and there's no way you can stop.
Stephen told me this trip was one that Ryan had planned. Is that what you think you're going to do? You think you're going to replace Ryan and Vicky's life?
She's my son's mother. And there's a bond between us, and you can't break it. And I'm warning you, stop interfering with my relationship with Victoria.
How are you going to stop me, Grant?
For starters, I'll ruin you in this newspaper.
I'd like to see you try that. Face it, Grant. Everyone knows you're a failure. Right? Everyone in this town knows you're a sleazeball. I think that if you take a look around, you'll find out that I'm the one with clout in Bay City now.
You can publish your trashy little rag, but you'll never come between Victoria and me. I plan to be a big part of her life from now on.
Want to bet?
Poor Jake. None of the women in his life listen to him anymore. How sad.
Stay away from Vicky, Grant.
No, excuse me.
What's his problem?
I don't even ask.
Here's your coffee, light, no sugar.
Great.
Yours? Oh, this came for you, too. Hand delivered. Looks kind of important.
Oh, this is a topper. Why don't you just cancel the coffee and,
What?
bring in some Chipotle?
How come?
It's official, my friend. I'm divorced.
I should have stayed with Rachel. She was so upset about Maggie.
Sweetheart, Rachel wants you to take care of yourself.
I don't even know how she's keeping together, Joe. With Carl still in the hospital now, your poor Maggie. Do you think they're gonna find her body?
Okay, look, McNamara is taking over the search personally. Cass and Frankie are staying with Cecile and Rachel. Now, the best thing we can do for everybody is to take care of the newest little member of the
I
family.
don't think I'm up to this, Joe.
Paulina, we had this appointment for weeks.
I know. Before everything happened, I was really looking forward to it.
Nothing is going to bring Maggie back. I know that, all right? But listen to me. Listen to me. I got a theory. You want to hear it?
Sure.
When you're a cop, you deal with a lot of really terrible stuff, okay? Death is in your face every day.
So what's your theory?
Something really terrible happens. There's always some good someplace to balance things out, okay? And this right here is going to be good news.
What was my life like before I met you, Joe Carlino? No. Oh, love you.
I love you too, miss. Come on.
Let's go.
How did you manage to get a gun into this hospital?
If you don't know me by now, I find I'm somewhat resourceful even here.
I'll say.
Now look, Vic, when I get released from here, you and I will do everything in our power to see that Grant pays for Ryan's murder.
Right, that's just the thing, though. We're not going to wait until you're released.
Look, Vic, I've seen that look before.
Listen
What have
to
you
me.
been...
I understand what you've been going through now. I understand how frustrated you've been. I used Ryan's keys and I went through some files at police headquarters.
Good God. What did you find?
We don't have anything on Grant. It's all hearsay. What we need is a confession.
Yes. Too true. But you really think you'll admit it?
I'm gonna get it from him. And I'm gonna get the whole thing on tape. That's why I have to go away with him.
Vic, what are you planning to do?
Whatever it takes to get a confession out of Grant.
Oh, Morgan?
Yes.
I just checked with Faye Hamilton.
How is she?
Well, I sent her ABGs to the lab, and I ordered another portable chest x-ray, but her SAT's at 92%.
Damn. This emphysema's kicking butt. She's not responding to steroids. Have her transferred to the pulmonary ICU just as a precaution. Let me know when the labs come in, okay?
All right. Hey, don't we have a date with a donor?
Yeah, we did, but it got upstaged by a date with obstetrics. I told Dr. Sherrod I'd cover for her.
Dr. Winthrop, you're in such demand.
How's the treasure hunt going?
It's going fine. This was way too easy.
Really?
Yeah. Clara Barton's station, the nurse's station. She's only about the most famous nurse since Florence Nightingale.
Uh-huh. Well, good luck with clue numero del.
Oh, I'm sure I'll solve this in lightning speed.
Easy, cheetah. The clock is ticking.
Okay, to decipher my message, your search must start where you would mend a broken heart. Cardiology.
Check it out.
What's this?
New clothes. I figured, ripped all your other stuff when you were trying to make it look like you were a victim of foul play. So.
How thoughtful. I'd thank you, but this isn't exactly my color.
So what? It'll keep you warm.
I can't figure you out.
What's to figure out?
How'd you ever hook up with my mother?
I met her while she was on vacation.
My mother's whole life is a vacation.
I was working at a resort.
So where were you, her cabana boy?
I was lucky to get a job serving drinks on the beach. It was a fancy hotel for super rich Americans and Europeans.
Oh, I could just picture it. Ultra chic, lots of attitude.
Yeah. All the guests arrived in limousines. But to get there, you had to drive through, like, the poorest little rundown shanty towns, right? Where people are starving and living in shacks with dirt floors, you know?
That sucks.
You'd have to live there to know how unfair the world could be, Maggie.
So how did you and Cecile start working together?
She was, I don't know, laying by the pool one afternoon, and I served her a drink, and we just got to talking.
And she made a pass at you, right?
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Well, did you have the hots for her?
Your mother's a very attractive woman, okay?
So she's told me. My whole life.
You got nothing to complain about on that score, Meg. But me and Cecile were never involved, if that's what you're asking.
Well, except for kidnapping her daughter. How'd she talk you into that one?
I told you already, I needed the money.
For what?
You ask too many questions.
Answer one more. Who are you, really?
Thank you for staying with Cecile. I really have to get back to the hospital and to Carl, although I'm not looking forward to telling him about this.
He's
not
going to
after
be very
Ryan.
concerned about you, Rachel.
You should be with your husband. Don't worry. Cecile's in good hands.
She's going to need a lot of support. How is Cecile?
She's pretty broken up. She's in no condition to answer any of my questions.
Well, I guess that's understandable. It'll take some time.
Yeah. I asked her if there was anything familiar about the kidnapper's voice, anything at all that might help us find him, but I'm afraid I upset her more.
Well, listen, just accept our thanks for everything you're trying to do to apprehend this person. And everything we have here is at your disposal.
Thank you, Mrs. Hutchinson. I promise you, you have my word. We will do everything in our power to apprehend this murderer.
Thanks. I'll see you.
This is the phone that Cecile used to speak with the kidnappers, right?
Yeah. You getting anything? What?
It's nothing clear.
Well, listen, if you do come up with anything, let me know, all right? Sure. I have to get in touch with headquarters. We'll be here. Excuse me.
Cass,
What is it?
there's something really strange going.
What?
Where's Maggie? Where's my Maggie?
The doctor, Cass.
Where's
Cecile.
Maggie?
Cecile. Shush, shush. It's all right. It's all right.
No, it's not all right.
No, everything is going to be okay.
No, it won't be. It's not going to ever be all right. It's not ever going to be all right.
I know it feels that way right now, but
Look what he did.
Who?
Oh, I never should have trusted him.
Hello. Hey, Dr. Sherrod, would you get a perm?
Dr. Sherrod had a delivery, and I hold a residency in OBGYN. She asked me to cover for her, if that's okay with you.
Oh, sure, fine.
Okay. I looked at your chart, and it's, sorry. It seems to me that you're having a very normal pregnancy.
Well, I'm nauseated every morning and exhausted every afternoon, but I am eating well.
That sounds normal to me. Now, here's a booklet, and this explains the various options for prenatal testing. The different tests determine if the developing fetus is affected by any genetic disorders or any other abnormalities.
You think Pauline is at risk?
No, Paulina is in great health and therefore considered very low risk.
Well, I know Dr. Sherrod ran a few blood tests
Yes,
already.
I saw that. She ran an alpha-fetoprotein test, and she's going to get back with you on those results as soon as they arrive. I see here that you have a sonogram due in a few weeks.
Will we be able to know the sex then?
Do you want to know the sex?
Yeah. I mean, no. Well, kind of. No, well, okay.
No.
That we want it to be a surprise.
Much more fun to guess.
Yes. All right, well, I have to ask you a few questions, routine stuff about your family histories. If that's
Like a D&B.
It's sort of like that, except it's a genetic background test.
Right.
So we can start with you, Joe, yeah?
Shoot.
All right. Is there any history in your family of any genetic bleeding disorder, such as hemophilia?
No.
Any history of birth defects?
No.
Okay, mother's side. Paulina, same questions.
Morgan, let me stop you right there, okay? I told Dr. Sherrod that my father's medical history is here on file at the hospital, but I didn't know my mother growing up. I know very little about her background.
Hon, it's okay. A lot of people don't know anything about their family histories. They're very healthy babies.
That's absolutely right, yes. And we're going to screen you early. That way we're going to find out whatever we need to know. I don't want you to worry about any of this.
I'm not.
Okay. Look, let's finish these later. What I want to do now is give you a quick examination, and then I have a little treat for you both.
Lollipops?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, and make sure she gets a nebulizer. And repeat PEFs every 2 hours. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, Dr. W, let's see what you've done with clue 2. The next clue leads to the man of your dreams. To find it, try to sing like the Supremes. Stop in the name of love. Where did our love go? No. Baby love, my baby love. That's it, the nursery.
All right, and now this is going to be fun. What we're actually checking for is the fetal heartbeat, and you'll actually be able to hear the sound.
You know, Matt Corey died of a heart attack.
Yeah, my mother did too. God rest her soul. But we got a great combination going, huh?
Yeah, well, what you guys are talking about is acquired heart disease, which has no impact on the fetus. We're concerned with congenital problems, so just try to relax. Now, this is called a dop tone. It actually amplifies the sound. And there it is.
It's beating so fast.
That's normal for a tiny heart.
I can't take that from my Uncle Fiore. He was 103 when he died. He had the healthiest ticker in Calabria.
Joe, that's our baby.
Oh, God, it's unbelievable. It's the most beautiful sound I ever heard.
I just wanted our baby to have a healthy and happy life.
Got a great start.
I can see it right there in your eyes. How much you love our little guy already. Kid lucked out, you know, getting you for a mom. You'd never let anything happen to your baby.
Well, now Paulina can get married and have her baby. She'll probably have 17, knowing Carlino. She's got a great life. I mean, it's the life that we always wanted. Except for the big bucks.
Jake, I don't know what to say, man.
I
Sorry.
cannot believe she's gonna have this kid and all they got is this piece of paper.
Hey, man, you got a lot more paper than that. Come on.
Oh, that's right, Nick. That's right. I've got the Herald. I've got power. I've got money. I've got prestige.
Which doesn't mean a rat's butt without Paulina, right?
Yeah. Well, look, I guess it's time to turn the page and see what I'm gonna do next.
That's right. That's right, man. How about start with teaching me the publishing biz? You said you were going to teach me the ropes from the ground up. Come on, Mr. Big Bucks. Come on. What do I do next?
You can watch me as boss, genius, and entrepreneur, and in the meantime, get me a root beer float.
Boy, am I going to love this job. Jake, let me ask you a question.
Fire away, knock yourself out, kid.
Well, it's actually about... Pull up a chair. I will. Did, thanks. It's about the other job you gave me. Working at Carlino's?
Right, as a building manager.
Well, no. But since you mentioned it, you still haven't told Joe and Paulina that you actually own the building and not Vicky.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to save that little surprise for later.
Well, the divorce came through. I mean, if it's over with Paulina, why play games?
Nick, when you play poker, you need to keep an ace, all right? Doesn't mean you're always going to use it. Just feels good knowing it's there.
Okay. All right, but here's the thing. I haven't just been the building manager at Carlino's, man. I've been bussing tables, making cappuccinos, stuffing cannolis.
Moves on Sophia.
Yeah, but only because you asked me to, at first. Keep tabs on Joe and Paulina.
Right.
Right. Well, here's what I'm wondering. Since the divorce came through and all that, maybe you don't have to do that anymore.
What are you trying to tell me? That you don't like Sophia?
No, I do. I mean, yeah, she's cool. But she's really inexperienced, which can be a major obstacle.
That's not a bad thing. I'm going to put you in the driver's seat.
Jake, I'm saying she's barely passed a learner's permit. Anyway, the thing is, I don't want to start with her under any false pretenses, you know, like me just seeing her because you asked me to get Paulina back.
Which is probably not gonna happen.
So, can we just call off the dogs on this little assignment?
Well, Nick, I still have to keep an eye on Carlino. I mean, I want to make sure that he's taken
Well,
good
yeah,
care of.
sure, absolutely. I'm not saying that. Just let's keep Sophia out of it.
Deal.
Thing is, last night, I'll level with you. We're out at the Corey Lake house, and I don't know, man. I mean, something happened between us. It was like this electric current.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's pretty intense, huh?
Yeah, and then I kissed her. But man, it was like
the whole world just went away.
Yeah. But then we heard Maggie scream, you know, gunshots and the splash in the lake, and talk about cold water in the face. Look, I know things didn't work out with me and Maggie, but man, I hope she makes it.
You shouldn't have trusted him? What do you mean, Cecile?
You said, look what he did. Did you mean Captain McNamara?
Yes. Yes, I meant Captain McNamara. He was supposed to handle the kidnapping and bring my Maggie home safely to me.
But the police were only trying to do their job, Cecile.
I didn't want the police involved at all. It's all your fault. It's your fault. All the kidnapper wanted was the money.
Stop it.
Why wouldn't you let me bring him the money? Why?
Cecile, the kidnapper was a psychopath. There's no guarantee that he would have let Maggie go, even if we had given him the ransom.
Mr. Poliniak, we all have a lot of questions about what happened. I have every available officer out there working right now to find some answers.
Has anything turned up at the lake?
Yes.
What?
Apparently, whoever went into the lake was wearing this, but I doubt that it's Maggie's. It has a monogrammed R on it.
It is Maggie's. I gave it to her for Christmas.
She was wearing it that night at the party.
Oh, I remember how she just lit up when I handed her the box, like a little girl. She was so happy that she was exchanging gifts with her mother. And then when she opened the box and saw the wrong monogram, she knew that her mother had let her down again. It was a mistake. It was a terrible mistake.
Maggie must have had that with her when she was abducted.
She did. We were going to return it to the store. Oh. If I had any hope. It's gone. I know Maggie's dead. Oh, I might as well be dead, too.
Yo, Chiquita, have a nice life. I'm out of here.
Excuse me? Where do you think you're going?
Listen, I did everything you wanted me to do, okay? I got to split.
No way.
Sooner or later, you and Cecile are going to have a family reunion, and she's going to convince you that this whole scam was my idea. And the two of you are going to get together and try to finger me for the rap. But that ain't going to happen because Raphael's not doing one day in the slammer.
Do you honestly think I'd do that to you?
Look, who knows? I mean, we sort of met under some unusual circumstances. I mean, and after what I put you through, you have no reason to try to protect me, right? I'm sitting here racking up the charges. So far, they can get me on kidnapping and murder one.
But I'm not dead.
The cops think you are, and that's all they need to put the heat on.
Look, I'm loaded, right? Well, if you just hang in here a bit longer, I'll make sure you do better than the $500,000 Cecile was going to give you.
250.
What did you say?
250 G's, that was a split. I was gonna get $250,000.
75-25? You run all the risks and do all the dirty work, and that was her deal? Cecile is some piece of work. Oh, you must really want to get even with her, don't you?
That depends. What would I have to do?
Matt Cordy is personally offering $1 million to anyone
can find the person responsible for Maggie Corey's death.
All my fault. I was such a horrible mother. I don't... Oh, I swear I would do anything to have Maggie back. I would trade my own life.
You can't blame yourself, Cecile.
Yes, I can. You don't know what I did.
You tried to be the best mother to her that you could. She knew that.
Losing a child has to be the most difficult thing a person can go through.
You've got to give yourself a break here.
No, I can't. How could I have done that to my baby? How could we have done it? Oh.
Bess, maybe she needs to be alone right now. We should go.
No, we can't go yet. Rachel asked me to handle Maggie's estate, and although she was too young to have a will, there is something that Cecile should know.
By now you know I'm no Fitzgerald. Just read the front page of the Herald. Okay. Herald. For Dr. E in black and white, I vow to be there day and night, to hold your hand and walk with you. Love, Dr. W.
Hey, Dr. W.
You made my day.
Well, that there in black and white is as true as the day is long. You deserve nothing but great days. And I think it's a bit amazing that you and I got together in the first place. I mean, you like Mozart and I like the Monkees and...
Yeah, you like cartoons with your breakfast and I like Willard Scott.
I like Willard. You know what we are? A paradox. Did you get it? A paradox? A paradox? A
I got it, Morgan.
Oh.
You know what I think we are?
What?
A perfect match. See, I can do it.
Yeah, I don't know. A little weak.
Put me down, Morgan.
I'll put you down when I'm
go back
coming
to
right.
work.
Because now there's something that keeps you drier. Sure Ultra Dry. It's a better kind of antiperspirant. A soft solid. With just 2 clicks, it goes on dry to keep you ultra dry. Just watch. An ordinary solid can flake off, but Sure Ultra Dry vanishes in to form an invisible layer of protection that keeps you drier than ever before. Prove it to yourself. Sure Ultra Dry goes on dry, keeps you ultra dry.
Do you think it's terrible that I don't know anything about my mother's family history? I mean, you Carlinos come from such hardy stock. I'm not so sure my side of the family can compare.
Paulina, I know you. That's all I need. Okay, now you heard the heartbeat in there. We have a very healthy baby.
Yeah, I know.
What's the matter?
I just get to thinking about, growing up not knowing my mother. And I don't want our child to ever worry about who they are. I want him to...
Or her.
Or her to grow up knowing everything about us.
It's the station. I gotta get back to headquarters. Okay?
Go. I want to stick around in case Carl or Rachel need me, all right?
They do. Your family, right?
Right.
All right. I'll catch you later. Gorgeous. Bye, Junior.
Bye, sweetheart.
Wait. See Vicky?
No.
Sorry, where's my head? I meant to ask if you'd heard any news about Maggie.
Yeah, kidnapper called Cecile this morning and, said that he dumped her body in the lake.
I'm sorry, this didn't have anything to do with your article.
No, Jake, that had nothing to do with it. The kidnapper was a psycho, and he probably would have done this no matter what.
Listen, I know how close you and Maggie were, so if there's anything I can do...
Thanks. I have my family.
Yeah, well, give my condolences to the Coreys, okay? Did you, get one of these in the mail today?
Oh, Jake, I haven't even checked the mail, you know? I don't have time for your games, okay?
It's not a game. These are the divorce papers.
Really?
Yeah. You're no longer Mrs. Jake McKinnon.
What you propose is dangerous, Victoria.
He won't hurt me.
How can you say that? He has before.
That was a long time ago. Besides, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've gotten quite close in the last couple of months.
Look, I feel responsible for you, Vic. I mean, that's what Ryan would want.
Ryan would want justice.
True. But at such a cost.
Look, I can handle this.
Look, maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but this does not sit well with me.
Carl, I don't know what other way we can catch Grant.
This man is dangerous. He is a man who has killed his own brother. Now, you must protect yourself.
His child. He's not going to hurt me. Now, I am going to nail Grant for killing Ryan. Please don't try to stop me.
How can I? All I can ever give you is my blessing.
Hi. You're in the nick of time. You can take the afternoon shift. You leaving? Yeah, I have something to take care of. You take care. Oops.
Hey, you look very much better.
Yes, my darling, I'm feeling much better, too. I don't know whether I'm well enough to invite you into my bed, but, I'm on the road to recovery. I think it might be a good idea for us to keep that to ourselves.
Hi. Bridget said I'd find you here.
Hi.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
What is it?
Well, apparently there was a computer glitch, and all of our tickets for Orlando were completely wiped out. I'm so sorry. I know how disappointed Stephen and Kirkland will be. You know, maybe we can do this another time.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit relieved myself. My therapist said I should take a vacation, you know, but a vacation with the kids isn't exactly a vacation. Maybe we could do something else.
What'd you have in mind?
I don't know. I thought maybe the two of us could go away together.
Alone?
Sure. Why not?
Well, that sounds like a wonderful idea. When shall we leave?
Revenge is one thing, but this is crazy.
Yeah? Well, Cecile deserves it.
This is your mother we're talking about here, Maggie.
Who thought nothing of hiring you to toss a bag over my head, haul me out to the middle of nowhere, tie me to a chair, and then stick a gun in my head? Real maternal, huh?
She told me not to hurt you.
And I'm telling you that she is gonna pay. Now, are you with me on this or not?
Do I have a choice?
I don't know. Either cooperate with me or you ended up in the big house. You decide. Oh, I knew you were smarter than you look. Now, look, here's the plan. Cecile hasn't even started to suffer yet. Oh, my baby. Oh, Maggie. You know I loved you. I know I didn't really show it, but I loved you in my own way. So much that we didn't do. You never really knew me. And I guess I never really knew you. Maggie, there are so many things that I wanted to tell you. Oh, this is unbearable. I have to tell somebody. I have to tell Cass. I have to tell him everything.
What is it, Cecile? What is it you want to say to me?
Good afternoon, I'm Patrice Wood. A new trend in jewelry is taking off for women in the 90s. New hope tonight for patients on dialysis. And 5 years after the onset of the Gulf War, how are the veterans coping? Ann Pierre Brody has a look tonight on News Channel 10.
Were heard on the grounds of Corey stayed in a